came to my doctor on the Friday, and she examined me, and I had an ECG in the afternoon. That didn't show anything up, but I had to wait for the blood test because I was referred to either Boots in Poole or Wimborne for it, and there was a 3-week wait for that. And then unfortunately on the Sunday following the Friday, I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning with tight chest pains. I felt fluttering in my heart area. As soon as I got that, within about 20 minutes, I called the ambulance, and actually they were really good. They were there within 10 minutes. They came up, they examined me, went back downstairs into the ambulance. Initially, they told me I was going to go to Poole Hospital, but then they gave me some morphine. They did an ECG in the ambulance and immediately said, "You're having an ongoing heart attack and we're taking you to Bournemouth." At that point, I thought, oh my God, this is serious. Got wheeled into Bournemouth at about 5:30 in the morning. I went straight into the operating theatre, and I had a stent fitted straight away. They were going to fit another 2, but they thought it would be better to do that later on. And then I was wheeled out after about 45 minutes and put in the recovery ward, and I was there for 3 days. I came back out and I was told that I was going to be on 5 tablets, and I would also be having 2 further smaller stents in outpatients at Bournemouth Hospital. And at that point I thought, well, I want to give something back to the practice, and I thought I'm going to join the patient participation group. I rang my local GP surgery up at Longfleet, Adam's practice, and I suggested, well, can we have a meeting? And it was quite clear at that meeting that there was a lot of stuff going on with the clinical commissioning group about empowering surgeries to start up the PPGs and getting them into functioning and working for not only their own practices but for the CCG as well, and what were the common issues that were coming up. So I mean, one of the things that came up with my particular sort of experience was if I'd have had the blood test quicker. So I raised that at the second PPG meeting, and I also spoke with Healthwatch, Dorset Healthwatch, about it. And I know the CCG are changing that in that they're giving responsibility back to the practices to do these blood tests now, which I think is a good move. I think they've realised that the system wasn't working well, things were being missed, and there was being delays before people got, to be quite honest, a quick process that only takes a few minutes, so why can't it be done at your GP practice? So that's, I think, a good example of them actually listening to something and acting on it as well. One of the things that I was sort of brought to my attention when I was in hospital, I was struggling with taking my pulse, and I was thinking there didn't seem to be any app there, and I downloaded a free one, showed it at my physio club, and then they mentioned that there was a trial being done in Dorset through the CCG called My M Health, and I could be part of that, and I joined that. And the app that I got, which I'm going to put on my phone now, is available. I can put all my appointments, register them on there. I can also, my ECG, if I have one, can be sent to me directly on that. There is a number of exercise routines on there that I can watch and see how they're done. And that's been really, really useful for me. So I think it empowers you as an individual with regard to that. And we were part of the consultation group that helped shape that. And one of the things that I picked up was, for example, you can record the different medications that you're on. It didn't have on the drop-down menu one of my medications. And I know that's now been added, and that was added because I'd picked it up. So there's, an example of listening to patients, getting input, and they're acting on it as well. So I think that's a really positive thing.